Last time I was playing Diablo 2, so now for something a little easier. Dark Souls. This game was already beaten in every possible way, so what can different I do? Let's try to just invest in one stat only, in this case strength, to see how good it is. I haven't played this game in a while. Usually if I have Soulsborne itch, I am going for Dark Souls 3, so now I might be a little bit rusty. Nevertheless, let's start. Rules. I can only level up strength. I will not be using any sorceries, miracles or pyromancy. I need to defeat every boss. Let's start by creating a fitting character for this challenge. And yeah, this looks great. I chose Deprived so I can have the same baseline for future challenges. And now the name. Bulkzoid. Perfect. I actually don't remember that much about the first game, so this will be a semi-blind run with hints of remembrance here and there. Oh, demon. I will get to you later. Up the ladder, bonfire, and what is that? Another demon? You look almost alike to the previous one. Oh well, let's grab our shield and weapon. My god, the arrows in this game are flying with a speed of snail. Kill those guys, and yeah, I remember those stairs. Bowling! Thanks for Estus, Oscar. I will come back for you later, man. Never mind. Another set of mobs and this guy. Let's try to parry him. But that didn't go well. I remember that parrying in DS1 was much easier than the other games, but I have to figure it out again. Round 2. This time just tried and true. R1 spam. Surprise!
Surprise, motherfucker!
I have the high ground now. Kill this one and move on past tutorial. Firelink Shrine. Great place. Although I still think Nexus and Majula is better, this one is just a staple. Let's go to New Londo Ruins and get S-Stock. I remember when I first played this game, my brother told me that you can use this while hiding behind the shield, and it really stuck in my memory. Oh, it actually requires 12 dex, so maybe next time. Pillaging the graveyard, it is then. Grab anything I can and oh, the base can, I mean Zweihander. Those big skeletons actually have a small chance to drop one of my favorite weapons in the game. Great curved sword named Murakumo. To Undead Burg then. Kill some enemies, get some loot. Even got some armor on those bird cheeks. I'll buy some key items from this guy. I think if you kill him you can get an Uchigatana. The best weapon to start this game. I will be merciful, since I am going all in on strength, but Dex Run is eyeing this one.
I'm in danger.
So yeah, if you never played Dark Souls before, every time you rest at bonfire, all the monsters except the bosses are actually respawning. Because of this you can farm then and level if you want, but it will always provide you with a challenge, and do not trivialize mundane enemies. A Black Knight, and he's not looking at me. Let's be very, very quiet and we can backstab. Oh shit! Let's fight. Man, this game feels so slow compared to other entries, and yet I cannot dodge anything. Couple of rolls and backstabs and I got his shield and titanite chunk. Nice. Fire bowling. Taurus demon fight time. Clear the crossbowman on the tower and onto the boss. And simply kill him. I said him. Fine. Solar.
Dylan! You son of a bitch!
I got the shortcut and leveled the strength to 21. I can actually equip the base cannon. I mean, what's wrong with me? Zweihander in 2 hands now. I already have one of the best weapons in the game, but I can go harder on this. I'm sure that I can find a weapon that requires even more gains to wield. Another Black Knight. This time I will defeat him with some seriously sophisticated strategy. R2 to the face. Man, I am really shocked of how little I remember of this game and the layout of the areas. Let's say hi to Andra and reinforce the beast. Now I can go to Darkroot or not. I could run past him, but for now let's just backtrack. Get the Firekeeper soul and unlock the shortcut to Firelink. One thing that still amazes me is how this world is interconnected. It's just a masterclass in world building and exploration without guiding you by the hand. Clear the church. R2 with this weapon is just flooring everything at this point. And holy shit, surprise attack from the Chanter. Let's free Lautrec and now let's try Gargoyles. I'm not sure if this build is broken or this game is just this easy. Anyway, I'm having a good time. Ring the bell and explore a bit more. Let's go back to Firelink and see how Lautrec is doing and possibly free him from this mortal coil and get his ring. He won't need it anymore. Going through a lower Undead Burg, killing some monsters, dogs and thieves. Yeah, this one I remember. It is a trash fight. I will backtrack to Firelink to get the shortcut and return with full Estus. Now Capra Demon. Everyone favorite free bosses. I mean dogs. I mean, who am I kidding? This is an awful fight. Turns out that if you bulk up and hit really hard, it is a manageable experience. Just stagger the shit out of him and that's it. On to the depths then. Kill the dogs and the butcher and get the large ember. Kill another butcher and free Laurentius the pyromancer. This place is confusing a bit, but eventually I stumbled upon Domhnall and fight with Gaping Dragon. This boss's design is still amazing to this day. Bait his attack so you can hit the head for more damage. I suddenly remember that you can cut the tails of the bosses in this game for optional weapons. This is an amazing mechanic that was somewhat forgotten in later installments. Couple of tries and we are done. Oh god, this shit.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Blighttown. This shit is crap. These ogres not only hit hard, but they also poison you? I guess everything poisons you here. Probably also the very air you breathe in this place. Yeah, after a couple of attempts I decided to just skip the town for now and go somewhere else. I will probably just skip this part and go from Valley of the Drakes. So now I decided to go to Darkroot Basin and get the Havel ring along the way, and of course I didn't die to him again and again and again. First try. I cleared the area a bit, got into Darkroot Garden and grabbed a bonfire behind the hidden wall. I actually went back to Basin to grab Grasscrest Shield, a staple of the series and one of the best items in the game. It provides you with constant stamina regeneration when equipped. Because I am only leveling strength, this will greatly improve my ability to recover after the attacks. Got another bonfire and went back to Blighttown, this time from back entrance. Stats are looking good, 33 strength and +4 Zweihander. We are crushing it so far. So now to Blighttown again. Whomever designed these mosquitoes and this place in general, May people forgive you for this transgression. Light the bonfire, kill Mildred, and now to Quelak. Bonk her with the big sword couple of times and fight is over. Ring the bell, and just like that, our first main objective is done. So far I have beaten a couple of bosses. Asylum Demon, Taurus Demon, Gargoyles, Capra Demon, Gaping Dragon and Quelak. 6 down so far. I went back to Blighttown in order to get to Great Hollow and subsequently Ash Lake, but honestly I just gave up halfway through and there are no bosses there anyway. I might come back there later. I leveled my strength to 38 and switch weapon to Dragon King Great Axe. You actually need 50 strength to wield it in one hand, but only 34 for two-handed. I got this weapon from Tale of Gaping Dragon and will try to couple of different ones so the run won't get stale. Range on this weapon isn't as good as on Zweihander, but raw power is just crushing, even if the axe doesn't have any scaling. So, Sense Fortress. Lots of pathways, optional content of which I will ignore most. Let's just go mostly straight to the boss. Avoid some traps, kill some lizards, talk to this guy. Get the bonfire and just try to avoid the death from the bomb. Iron Golem. I know you can cheese this boss, so it will fall into the abyss, but I think he glitched somehow and I just whacked him to death. Anor Londo. Majestic as ever. But that's all an illusion. In reality, it's a shooting range for archers, and the target is me. Kill the gargoyle. Remember to first torture him a bit by cutting his tail. Now up the rafters. Deal with the painted world guardians. Careful not to fall down. Yeah, this was totally intended. Go through the fog gate and get the elevator. I hate those flying demons or whatever they are. Seems like they have wings, but their biggest enemy is still gravity? Also, the sound design in this game is so inconsistent. When knights are shooting their bows, it sounds like a whistle across the vast meadow. But when it hits, it's like an intercontinental ballistic missile designed to decimate the population of small town with a pinpoint accuracy. Run up, avoid the archers, exploit their crushing weakness to gravity, and grab the bonfire inside. Say hello to Soler. Oh yes, this is something I have been waiting for. Havel cosplay, or really discount Havel for now to preserve a midroll. Get to the top, help Sigmire, and die to a cheating Titanite demon. Fortunately, I remembered you can reliably skip this part by jumping from the stairs. Do that and get the shortcut. So, Ornstein and Smough. I got to this fight thinking it would be a breeze. Just deal with Ornstein first, and that's it. But it was a bit harder than I remember. After a couple of tries, I decided to ditch the armor and get the fast roll. And with that, I managed to bait Ornstein and avoid enough damage to destroy him. Once he was down, it was smooth sailing. Couple of hits from Dragon Tooth and Smough was done too. Get the Lord Vessel and shoot the empty, chest, her. Go back to the elevator and deal with Firekeeper. You ask how? Just 2 bonks into the face. Gwendolyn fight. Run forward, avoid soul arrows, win. Not really a good fight. Since I cannot get into Painted World for now, let's just play the Lord Vessel, and with that the rest of the game just opened. Now I need to get the Souls of Lords to get to Gwyn, the final boss. I can literally go into any direction and there will be something new there. For now, let's try to tie some loose ends. Let's go back to Undead Asylum first. There is not that much to do here. Deal with the Black Knight, and then another one, get the doll, and now to Stray Demon. I told you I will see you later. I don't really like this fight, it's cheap. It's basically a reskin of Asylum Demon, but with stupid explosion attacks that will get you even if you think they won't. Couple of dodges and running around, couple of attacks, and we are done. Now to Darkroot Garden. Get the crest of Artorias from Andre and move on. Get into the Covenant so the NPCs won't attack you, and holy moly, those fur balls are worse than most of the bosses. Our favorite Pupper Sith. Stick close to him and attack when possible. That's it. So far into the game I can see that basically my health pool is way too small and armor is simply not giving me enough protection. I think it would be better if I just run naked so I can have fast roll all the time. Damage is never an issue, with strength is high, so most of the times it's just a matter of few hits to just end every fight. I still cannot fathom how the hell did they manage to mess up the fact that dodge and jump is behind the same button. I think I died more time to this mechanic than anything else in this game. The fact that they didn't fix it in Remastered is just baffling. Now kill the Hydra to free Dusk, and next is Moonlight Butterfly for another snooze fest. You can either shoot it with magic or just wait until it's tired and bonk it with a Dragon Tooth. I chose the latter. Kill the Golden Golem so I won't need to do it later. Now I thought of doing Painted World, but decided to go to Duke's Archives so I have the access to Ulasil. Kill the boars on the way and take the bonfire. Get killed by Thief and onto proper archives now. Clear the bottom of the prison and get the key to the door up top. Because of the initial fight with Sith, I can only take one hit as I have Curse and no Purging Stones on me. So now a bit of a puzzle, as I do not remember layout of this place. So I wandered around for a bit until I found the proper alcove with the shortcut to the next bonfire. Finally, the final section of this cursed place. Before that, I was finally able to warp out of there, so I can get rid of the curse, but buying some purging stones from the merchant in Firelink. Go down the ladder, past the golems and into the crystal cave. It's honestly best to just avoid fights here and go straight to Sid. Shatter the crystal and then shatter his body. He takes more damage when just hit in front, where the crystals are. Couple of attacks and he is done. Now to Painted World. Go to Darkmoon Tomb bonfire and from there navigate to a painting. Rush through the establishment until I can reach the gate and open a shortcut this way. I went to the tower and to the Undead Dragon, as I literally forgot how to get to Priscilla. I backtracked and went to the well, and Bonewheel Hell. Turn the handle and open the door to the boss. Start with heavy attack and try to cut off her tail for bonus weapon. I actually didn't manage to do it on this try. No worries. Now stalk her by checking for her trail in the snow. Again, couple of hits and she's done. At this point I have 60 strength and Dragon Tooth +2. Weapons seems to not be scaling very hard right now. I might have reached a soft cap at some time ago. So this is the part of the game I really don't like. Aside from DLC, Every direction I go to is very lackluster in my opinion. Nevertheless, onwards to Catacombs. From Firelink, go to Graveyard where Zweihander was, and go down the stairs to the crypt. And die to Exploding Skull. Yes, I love this place. Go down and turn left to get to the bonfire. Always remember to kill the necromancers, as skeletons will respawn infinitely if not. Now wander around and look for switches to clear the path forward. Get killed a few times because Dragon Tooth is too large for this space, and only reliable attack is the one from the roll. Eventually I got tired of looking for the proper path, so halfway through I just skipped to the bottom and dealt with Pinwheel. Crazy fight. 3 hits and whoa, what is that? I guess I am cosplaying Giant Dad now? Tomb of the Giants got to be one of the worst areas in gaming. Pitch black and basically need some form of light to go over it or just have a route etched into your brain to run through it. I really wanted to go back to Demon Ruins to get the Sunlight Helm, but since I was already here, I decided to just finish it by trial and error. I had the Skull Lantern from the Necromancer in Catacombs, so I can at least have some light sometimes. Enemies are still dying with 1 or 2 hit stops, so let's just rush to Nito. Okay, nope, I cannot stand this place without light, let's just go to Demon Ruins. Warp to Daughter of Chaos bonfire and go down the ruins. Get through the fog gate and fight this ceaseless discharge. Well, fight is a generous term here. Just run in, take the armor set, run back until he's stuck on the cliff, hit him, profit. Run down to the ruins, occasionally killing some demons, drop down, kill the bug, and get to the next bonfire. Rush straight for the gate for Fire Sage demon fight. This is basically a straight demon fight, so bullshit explosions and even worse area. I just went naked for the fast roll, so I can reliably dodge the explosions. This one is also tankier than his siblings. A bit of running around and baiting, easy to dodge attacks, and victory is mine. Fast roll in this game is so powerful, it's just mind-boggling. I don't think that in any other Souls games equipment load was as important as in DS1. Centipede Demon, get to the alcove for some better ground, bait the attack, punish him, easy peasy. Lost Izalith. City of Lava, Unfulfilled Potential, and a Dead Dragon Ashes. Equip the orange charge ring and run to the center. Hit the illusory wall for bonfire. Now, to get the thing I need, the Sunlight Maggot, run on the roots and go past the Titanite Demon. Regrettably, kill Solaire and the bug with the red eyes. Boom. Now on to the best boss in the game. I hate this fight. Person that designed it has some special place in hell just waiting for them. This is truly a magnum opus in terms of bad boss design. I did the first bind with Firebomb. For the next, I shot it with crossbow, as I didn't have enough arrows for the bow. Last one is the worst, as basically you need to run to the middle and kill the last spot. But wait, there is a twist. The floor is collapsing right under your feet. Why? Because fuck you, that's why. Once you get lucky enough to get to the branch below and run across, you can whack that stupid bug out of the face of the planet. I know this is a gimmick boss and this is one and done, but every time I am even thinking about playing this game, this part pops into my head and successfully kills my excitement. Back to the Tomb of Giants with my new fancy headlamp. Go to the next bonfire, kill some beefed up skeleton dogs and past pinwheels. I let Nita come to me, so I won't deal with as many skeletons at the same time. hug his left side and either dodge or block the explosion. After a couple of hits he should be down. At this point I wanted to try the different weapon, so I got to Blighttown to purchase a great demon machete, but it turned out I didn't have enough titanite shards to upgrade it. So while I was here, I went to Ash Lake to get some dragon scales to beef up the dragon tooth. I killed a hydra, collected few scales, joined the covenant, and cut off the tail of the everlasting dragon. With that, I was able to upgrade Dragon Tooth to +4. Now onto the new Londo Ruins and the last Lord's Soul. Apply Transient Curse, and now we are playing Ghostbusters. Now I need to get on top of the cathedral, kill few ghosts, ascend the ladder, talk to this guy to get the key.
This is a surprise.
Now open the gate and the floodgates, so the whole area would be accessible now. Ride down the elevator and kill the dark wraiths on the way, and this big blob. 4 kings. Main problem in this fight is that I have one less ring slot, as I need to work Covenant of Artorias to traverse the abyss. I decided to fully embrace Havel now for maximum protection, and with that start the fight. This is a DPS check. If I don't have enough damage, they will swarm and kill me. Turns out that they didn't have enough DPS for me, as I never actually was in any danger and just first tried the fight. After that I leveled my strength to 73 and move on to DLC. Right out of the gate there is a boss waiting for me, Sanctuary Guardian. Fast, strong attacking chimera, but it seems that Dragon Tooth is just all-time greatest tool for dealing with anything, so 6 hits into the face and he is down. Say hi to Elizabeth and now just run through the woods. Say hi to Calamite and get the elevator down. Grab the shortcut, say hi to this guy. Now, the best fight in DLC, and probably my favorite in this game, Knight Artorias. This guy just drips with style. Let's see how many bonks it will take to take him down. Okay, it is clear that with the armor, I don't have much chance. So I stripped down and was able to beat him on the first try after. In this try I also had a really good RNG with his attacks, as they were very easy to dodge. Okay, I have 3 bosses left. Now I wanted to do a plan I had before. So +15 Demon Machete, as it scales with strength way better than Dragon Tooth. For that I had to go back to New Londo to get very large Ember. Go to Firelink and down to New Londo. Now there is a similar route as to have to fight 4 kings, but when dropping down, instead of going right, I need to go left. Kill few dark wraiths and this blob, up the stairs and another stairs, and there we go. In the chest sits very large Ember. And now Dragon Tooth +4 versus Great Machete +15. The difference is noticeable. Back to Ulasil. Decimate everything that stands in my way. Machete has worse range, but the damage is just ridiculous. I am one-shotting everything here. I leveled up strength to 76. At this point I am not sure if weapon is even scaling any further. Get this mimic for the crest key and the shortcut. Now I can go back to talk to Go and kill Calamite or push on to Manus. Because I am almost at the end of this challenge I set for myself, really what I wanted to do was to test how good is singular stat build. I had to do one last thing to bring it home. I had to level it to the end, pedal to the metal, maximum madness and full on Ooga Booga caveman mode. I used every soul I had and leveled it to 81, so some grinding will be required. So I farmed phalanx for a bit in Painted World to get to 99 strength. And to my dismay, it actually didn't get me any more damage, only slightly boosted my damage reduction. But with that, I am more than able to finish rest of this run. Talk to Gao and ask him to take Calamite down. Damn, this guy is such a chat, hunting dragons like there is no tomorrow. Run through the valley and meet the dragon. Where the hell he is?
Surprise, motherfucker!
Well, I had a couple of decent tries, but ultimately decided to just run naked again for fast run and poke him whenever he breathes fire. Actually, this fight is way easier than I remember. Couple of hard hits and he was down. Now to Manus. Run through Ula's Hill and die to casters. Repeat that process several times until you get to Bonfire in the Chasm of the Abyss. Run down following Prism Stones, and I am at the Fog Gate. I'm not gonna lie, this is the fight I dreaded the most. They say that Manus is actually a Bloodborne boss, put into Dark Souls, and there is some merit to it. He's hellishly fast and hits like a truck. This is an ultimate test for Bulkzoid. Ouch, ow, holy shit. Okay, that won't be easy. I had a couple of close tries, like 3 or 4 hits away from victory, but I kept making stupid mistakes. Finally I had it down. Now I know the patterns and what to dodge. I need to be patient, methodic, and strategic about my actions. One hit at a time, full focus, I am one with my controller, and finally I was able to take him down. Now for the one last hurrah of Bulkzoid. Gwyn. Journey is coming to an end, old lord, and a new, more bulkier one will take your place. For an old man, this guy is fast. Actually, the worst thing about this fight is run back to it. It's just so tedious and dull. Gwyn is actually really easy to stagger with this weapon if I can hit him 2 times in a row. So after a couple of tries I finally managed to get good RNG with the attacks. Dodged almost everything and put him to rest with few precise hits to the face. And with that, the legend of Bulkzoid ends. I haven't played this game in a while and was again surprised how much slower and strategic the combat is. I didn't like the lake the game, namely Demon Ruins and Tomb of the Giants, but otherwise this was really fun. I know that this kind of challenge isn't really that hard since SL1 runs exists, but for me it was still very decent and informative process about the game and its mechanics. I really recommend it to everybody to try and test yourselves in the games you'll really love to play. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for more gaming challenges. Challenger departs.